init at mapagpalang umaga po sa ating lahat. Kahapon po ay tumawag po si Senator Bongo para ipag-utos na basahin ang kanyang mensahe ngayong araw na ito sa inyong lingkod. At ako po ay mapalad na naatasan para basahin ang kanyang mensahe. Mayak Aaldo Pukekongan, or magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Bilang initiator ng Balik Probinsya program, isang malaking karangalan po para sa akin ang maimbitahan sa pagtitipong ito. Marami sa Philippine National Police sa pamumuno ni General Archie Gamboa sa pag-oorganisa ng pagtulong at pagsuporta sa Balik Probinsya program. Sa loob ng ilang buwan, naranasan po natin ang bagsik ng problemang dala ng COVID-19 sa ating bansa. Dahil sa banta ng global pandemic na ito, napilitan po ang gobyerno na mag-impose ng enhanced at general community quarantine sa iba't ibang parte ng bansa upang masiguro ang kaligtasan ng mga Pilipino. Habang nilalabanan natin ang public health emergency na ito, naging mas malinaw sa ating mga problema ng ating bansa na kailangan nating tugunan para masiguro na mas handa tayo at epektibo sa paglaban ng mga susunod pang pandemics kagaya ng COVID-19. Dahil sa COVID-19, nakita natin kung gaano ka-vulnerable ang Metro Manila sa mga sakit dahil sa congestion at overcrowding sa syudad. Maliban dito, dahilan rin ang congestion sa iba pang problema ng Kamaynilaan, kagaya ng polusyon, trapiko, kahirapan, economic inequality at marami pang iba. According to the Department of Health, as of May 1, 2020, of the total 8,772 COVID-19 infection cases, NCR registered a total of 5,968 cases, representing 68% of the country's total. Given the nature of the virus and the manner by which it is spread between individuals, highly dense communities in Metro Manila explain why nearly 7 out of 10 infected Filipinos are found in the nation's capital. The highlights of our need to improve the quality of life in all regions of the country, improve access to social services, especially in rural areas, and decongest Metro Manila. Ito po ang dahilan kaya nag-propose tayo ng Balik Probinsya program sa gobyerno. The proposed program is envisioned as a multi-sectoral comprehensive program to decongest Metro Manila by helping stranded workers and OFWs, assisting people who want to relocate to the provinces, and encouraging people to settle down in the provinces for good. Unti-unti na pong kumikilos ang gobyerno para mabigyang buhay ang programang ito. Kamakailan lamang po, pinirmahan ni Tatay Digong ang Executive Order Number 114, institutionalizing the Balik Probinsya Bagong Pag-asa program as a pillar of balanced regional development. Natutuwa rin po tayo na mayroon na ring sarili nilang initiatives ang mga government agencies para suportahan ang programang ito. Isa na po rito ang inyong KaligKasan Food Security Program, which aims to provide a sustainable solution for food security problems that arise from health emergencies and disasters such as the COVID-19 pandemic. Aside from this, the KaligKasan program raises awareness, appreciation, and action for environmental protection, for peace, and human security, and encourages call for volunteers towards efforts to conserve natural resources for the future generation of Filipinos. Tunay naman pong napakaganda ng inyong programa, kaya naman po hangad ko na magtuloy-tuloy po ito. Sana rin po ay magsilbi itong halimbawa sa iba pang regional offices ng Philippine National Police. Saludo po kami ni Pangulong Duterte sa inyo. Sa ating mga kababayan sa Metro Manila, sana po ay ikonsidera natin ang sumailalim ng Balik Probinsya para na rin sa inyo at inyong mga pamilya. Masyado na pong masikip sa Metro Manila. Magkasama po nating paunlarin ang ating mga probinsya upang hindi na ninyo kakailanganin pang pumunta sa Kamaynilaan para lamang makahanap ng maayos na trabaho. Wala pong pilitan ito, ngunit sa mga interesado, makakaasa kayo na bibigyan kayo ng gobyerno ng magandang oportunidad na magsimula ng maayos na pamumuhay sa inyong mga probinsya pagkatapos ng COVID-19 crisis. Sa PNP at frontliners ng Region Central Luzon, muli, nais ko po kayong pasalamatan sa inyong serbisyo. Kung hindi dahil sa inyong pagsusumikap, hindi natin malalampasan ang pagsubok na dulot ng global pandemic na ito. Dahil sa inyo, nasa magandang posisyon ang ating bansa upang tuluyan na magapi ang salot na sakit na ito. Sana po ay patuloy tayong magtrabaho at gampanan ang ating mga tungkulin upang muli tayong makapamuhay ng maayos at mas mapaganda ang pamumuhay sa ating bansa. Maraming salamat po. Mabuhay tayong lahat. Magandang umaga po muli sa inyo lahat.
Thank you, sir. Before we proceed, everyone is reminded to please observe social distancing. Thank you. To formally ink the pact between Police Regional Office 3 and Department of Agriculture, we shall now have the signing of Memorandum of Understanding for the Adopt a Family, Balik Probinsya Program and Food Highway Project, as well as the pledge of support of both projects from our generous landowner sponsors, whom will lease parcel of land for free, and JIPCO stakeholder partners for employment opportunities to those who will avail the Balik Probinsya program.
The Pro-3 Adopt a Family Balik Probinsya program is in response to the call of Senator Christopher Lawrence Bongo due to the COVID-19 pandemic, aiming for healthier environments and food security for adopted families and displaced workers in Manila who are residents of Central Luzon. The PNP Pro-3 Adopt a Family Balik Probinsya program, in partnership with Dollente, DTI, and DAR, and JIPCO stakeholders, is envisioned to create food stability in different provinces by providing agricultural land for farming and job opportunities to all displaced workers with the help and support of corporate and industrial partners of Pro-3, rekindling further the Filipino bayanihan spirit in each peace-loving citizen of Central Luzon. While due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the Police Regional Office 3 has conceptualized the Food Highway Project. As a result of restrictions and measures implemented in the enhanced community quarantine, the food supply, particularly the transport of agricultural products, was disrupted from source or farm gate to wholesaling and from cross-region to city consumption. It is envisioned to create an express lane and to secure the transport of produce from farmers of Central Luzon to the local government unit buyers of the National Capital Region. Ladies and gentlemen, Police Regional Office 3 and Department of Agriculture are now being connected by one noble cause. Again, let us seal this connection with a warm round of applause.
May mga tao sa likod.
Alright.
Hindi na lang pumantay.
At this juncture, may we call in Police Major Raquel M. Pagnas, ARCAD Chief CRMC, for the recital and oath of the Pledge of Support. May we also request corporate partners and landowners to rise and to raise your right hand for the oath. May we request our available usherates available within the area to assist our partners.
Oh, dito tayo, dito tayo. Gitna mo na yan, tol.
Partners po and corporate landowners po, please stand up po for the pledge. Announcement po, requesting po our corporate partners and landowners to please rise.
Daanan niyo muna itong mga
Engineer Paul Cruz, Charter President of San Ildefonso Buena Vista Lions Club, Mrs. Erica M. Lozano, landowner, Honorable Jerry Pelayo, landowner, Miss Lourdes Balan, landowner Olongapo, Mr. Forrester Landemir Salak, Pampanga landowner, Engineer Arthur F. Punsalan, landowner, Lieutenant Colonel Ricardo S. Santiago, landowner, and Mr. Chokilo Lumol, landowner.
Very generous.
Pledge of support, declaring unwavering support of manufacturers, producers, and other agro-industry players in Central Luzon to Executive Order 114, also known as the Balik Probinsya Bagong Pag-asa Program, and other impact programs of the Police Regional Office 3 relative to Executive Order 114. Whereas the anticipated social and economic improvement brought by the pandemic COVID-19 to the urban poor, industrial workers, and agricultural workers give rise to President Rodrigo Duterte's enactment of Executive Order 114, also known as the Balik Probinsya Bagong Pag-asa Program or BP2. Whereas Executive Order 114 or BP2 program, a coping mechanism to arrest the impact of the pandemic on people's lives, stipulates policies and courses of actions to be undertaken by the government on matters relative to reverse migration, balanced regional development, empowerment of local industries, food security, housing, among other things, to facilitate a cohesive, synchronized, and efficient implementation of the program down to the grassroots level. Whereas the Philippine National Police, particularly Police Regional Office 3, being one of the agencies of the government mandated to support Executive Order 114 and attain its objectives as existing and ongoing self-sustaining programs for public sector, investment, and private sector collaborative partnership, promoting social and economic stability, which are relevant mechanisms in ensuring the success of the Balik Probinsya Bagong Pag-asa. Whereas the Joint Industrial Peace Concern Office, PNP in Central Luzon, has provided the industry players with proactive platforms for tripartite partnership between government, instrumentalities, private investors, and workers' communities, which can be steered towards the creation of more job opportunities for workers who are express desire to in support of the balanced regional development initiatives as reflected in the provisions of Executive Order 114. Whereas through the PRO3 KaligKasan Ecological Tourism Program, the Food Bank Project, and the engagement of members of the agricultural sector in Central Luzon, the program finds its relevance to EO 114 with respect to food security and agricultural productivity, which are key areas of the Balik Probinsya Bagong Pag-asa program. Whereas PRO3's Adopt a Family program similarly find its relevance to the countryside development initiatives for priority sectors, the livelihood opportunities of Filipino families in Central Luzon affected by the enhanced community quarantine, with the end view of building a prosperous, predominantly middle-class society in the rural areas. Whereas, as stakeholders of the Philippine economy in Central Luzon, key players from the manufacturing and agricultural industries clearly comprehend the imperatives of espousing collaborative partnerships between instrumentalities of the national government, local government units, and stakeholders communities in the attainment of the objectives of EO 114. Whereas as key players in the Philippine industry, we are confident of the viability and sustainability of CHIPCO, KaligKasan, and Adopt a Family programs as multi-sectoral partners, initiatives in response to the challenges of the new social order brought to force by the COVID-19 pandemic. In pursuit of a balanced regional development, food security, and agricultural productivity, the cooperation of key players in the industries and their sense of patriotism and crucial and vital components to the social and economic survival of the country and the Filipino people. Therefore, be it resolved that we, key players in the manufacturing and agro-industrial sectors in Central Luzon, believing that corporate social responsibility among industry players is pivotal to the survival of the Filipino people, strongly express our trust and confidence and commitment, and therefore collectively support CHIPCO, KaligKasan, and Adopt a Family program of the Philippine National Police as cohesive, synchronized, efficient, and proactive programs for the grassroots. Further resolve that we leaders of the industries in Central Luzon declare our collective commitment and support to Balik Probinsya Bagong Pag-asa program and its key areas as a continuing strategy and inclusive trust to effect balanced urban and rural development, and therefore create equal economic opportunities for laborers and farmers alike towards establishing vibrant, robust, and prosperous Filipino communities. In witness hereof, we hereby affix our signature this day of May 2020 at Camp Captain Julian Olivas, City of San Fernando, Pampanga. This pledge is undertaken to support the PNP Police Regional Office 3 Food Wave.
Sama po natin si PG.
May we request our stakeholders for food highway
social distancing po.
by Dr. Elmer Managing Director, Silica.
Okay. Ready? 1, 2.
Friends from the media, please pave the way and observe social distancing for the continuity of the program. Thank you.
Again, while we are waiting for everyone to settle, we are reminding everyone to please observe social distancing.
Kilala ko siya.
Today marks the day of another notable feat in working in partnership with the community we serve. Let's give another warm round of applause for another breakthrough in public service. Of course, the success of this project will not be feasible without the help of our partners. And so, to express Protri's gratitude, may we request Police Major Raquel M. Pagnas once again, ARCAD Chief CRMC, for the recognition of our partners.
Citation reads, this is to recognize the following individuals. Company committed a lot of PNP KaligKasan Eco Park and Food Highway Project by lending, leasing for free a parcel of land for agricultural purposes, seedlings, tools for farming, aquaculture, technical support on logistics, community mobilization, and financial initiative. To hand over the certificate of appreciation to our industrial institutional partners, may we request Dr. William Didor, Secretary, Department of Agriculture, and Police General Archie Francisco F. Gamboa, Chief PNP, to be assisted by our Regional Director, Police Brigadier General Rodel Sermonia. May we request our initial partners to respond to the support the program to proceed in front to formally receive the certificate of appreciation. Engineer Paul Cruz, Charter President of San Ildefonso, Buena Vista Lions Club. Mrs. Erica M. Lozano, Land Donor.
Dito lang po yung kukuha ng picture ha, huwag lang kayo lumapit.
Sir po yung social distancing natin, sir.
Ngayon lumapit.
Mrs. Erica M. Lozano, Land Donor.
Gibay nga sa gitna, gibay nga sa gitna. Usap muna tayo sa gitna. Kuya. Sa gitna. Open natin yung gitna. Usap ka lang.
Honorable Jerry Pelayo, Land Owner.
Parangan nyo nga kasi dyan eh. Hindi kayo nakapasok dyan. Christmas.
This is Erica M. Lozano, Land Donor. Miss Lourdes Baland, Landowner, Olongapo. Mr. Forrester Logdemir Sala, Pampanga Landowner. Mr. Tofilo Yumol, Landowner. Next is Engineer Arthur F. Punsalan, Landowner. And Police Lieutenant Colonel Ricardo F. Santiago, Landowner. For our industrial partners, may I call on Dr. Elmer S. Soriano, Civica Knowledge Management Solutions Incorporated. Mr. Noel Sebastian, Aquaculture. Mr. Vic Santos.
Boss. Sa lugar ko.
Mr. Noel Sebastian of Aquaculture.
Isa po kayo. Oo, siya kaibigan mo eh. Kumbaga, tawag-tawag lang kami. Sa kanya inaasay yung Bulacan eh. Kasama namin sa Bulacan. Kaya nagbigay kami ng konti ko. Napaka-konti lang yung group.
Mr. Vic
Pero sa
Santos,
susunod, mas nakaka-adjust po tayo.
Mr. Ricky Agustin of Aqua
Pero
Picture.
this time, bro, andito pa yung kaklase ko sa'yo. And hopefully, ang papal sa kanya gano'n din. Kaya makatupid ka. Marami po tayo sa business natin.
Mr. Noel Sebastian of Aqua
First time
Picture.
namin.
Maraming nagulat eh.
Oo. 4 months campaign.
Natalo pa nga yung alay ko eh.
Saka yung ano, nabuko pa kayo, nakuha pa kayo. Dito, ate. Matindi yung dating mo.
Sabihin bago lang dyan. Ang alay ko ay matagal na.
Thank you very much, sir.
Hindi, very organized yung campaign.
We shall now take your seats.
Police kasi. Kumbaga pa konti-konti.
Once again, let us give a warm applause to our partner sponsors.
Bale, ito yung partner natin sa Bulacan. Ito yung chief of staff
At
natin
this
sa
juncture, let us now listen to the message of Honorable Albert S. Garcia, Governor, Province of Bataan, and Chairman of the Regional Development Council.
Colonel Manalo. Colonel Manalo.
Maraming salamat po. Magandang tanghali po sa ating lahat. Una po ay nais ko pong kunin ang pagkakataon ito upang pasalamatan ang ating mga liderato dahil sa kanilang pamumuno nitong unusual.
Sir, dito po tayo, atas po tayo.
Nandito po ang ating Chief PNP,
Sir,
Archie Gamboa, ating sekretaryo, kalihim ng Department of Agriculture, William Gar, ating
Okay, dito po tingin. Ready? 1, 2.
At ang ating napakahusay na Regional Director ng PNP, Rodel Sermonia. And nandito rin po, nakita ko si Governor Daniel Fernando ng Bulacan. Palakpakan po natin sila for their leadership, especially in this time of crisis. Gusto ko rin pong puno ng pagkakataon ito upang pasalamatan ang ating mga frontliners. Ating mga mayors, Mayor Consalan, Mayor Anton, Mayor Cruz, at ibang mayor, hindi ko mga dahil naka-face mask. Ex-Mayor Jerry, sa Galay, nandito na po, as well as the benefactors, sa ating mga pulis, mga nurse, mga members ng media na araw-araw po sinasabupa itong napakadelikadong pandemic na ito. Palakpakan po natin sila lahat. Thank you very much for your service. Sa tanghali ito ay ating inilulunsad itong KaligKasan Eco Park na napakagandang programa ng ating regional office ng PNP at ng ating central office ng PNP na susuporta po sa programa ng ating Pangulo Rodrigo Duterte at Senator Bong ang Balik Probinsya program. Itong mga bagay ito yung kailangan ng ating mga mamamayan in times of crisis and under normal times. Kaligtasan, pagkain, seguridad, kaya nandito po ang ating military and PNP. Kabatiin ko nga pala si General Bautista. Nandito rin po. And of course, yung ekonomiya na nire-represent po ng ating mga local chief executive na inyong lingkod as chair of the Regional Development Council. Nung hindi pa po dumadating yung pandemic, nakita na po natin yung problema sa Metro Manila. Talagang lahat nagsisiksikan sa Metro Manila dahil nandun po ang trabaho, nandun yung oportunidad. Kaya yung mga taga Mindanao, taga Visayas, taga Northern Luzon, at iba't ibang bahagi ng ating bayan ay nagsisiksikan sa Metro Manila. In fact, kung natatandaan po ninyo, paminsan-minsan nag-headlines po sa ating pahayagan, ang sabi ng JICA, noong panahon na yon, before the pandemic, the traffic and congestion in Metro Manila is costing our economy and our country 3 to 3.5 billion pesos a day. A day po yun, 3 to 3.5 billion pesos a day. And that was during the normal times. Ngayon, binanggit po ng ating regional director ng PNP, RD Sermonia, na ngayong pandemic naman po, nakita rin natin yung problema. Halos lahat ng infection, dahil nga po nagsisiksikan sa Metro Manila, ay nanggaling po, o malaking bahagi ay nanggaling sa Metro Manila. So yun naman po ang problema during times of crisis. At pinaliwanag ko po yung problema during normal times o yung pre-pandemic time. Kaya napakaganda po ng programa ni Senator Bongo ng ating Pangulo, ang Balik Probinsya program, kung saan ay magkakaroon ng pagkataon, mabuhay ng maayos ang ating mamamayan sa kanilang sariling probinsya, in their own backyard, so to speak, kung saan hindi na po sila maiiwalay sa kanilang pamilya at makakapaghanap buhay po sila ng maayos para sa magandang kinabukasan ng kanilang mga anak. Ang Region 3, ang Region 4 ay matagal na pong naghahanda para dito. In fact, outside of Metro Manila or NCR, the fastest growing region sa buong Pilipinas ay ang Region 4 and Region 3. Alam naman po natin kapag may economic growth, meron pong trabaho, kaya ang dami pong nagtatrabaho dito sa Region 3 at Region 4. Kaya makakaasa po ang ating Pangulo, si Senator Bongo, na kapag nagbukas na po tayo, once this pandemic is over, ay magiging handa po ang ating rehiyon upang magbigay ng maraming oportunidad at trabaho para sa ating mga kababayan. And kapatid po ng trabaho ang pagkain. Kaya nandito po ang ating Secretary of Agriculture. Dahil kung meron pong trabaho, sigurado mas marami na po yung bibilin sa palengke para pakainin ang kanyang pamilya. Pero kung meron pong kakulangan ng supply ng pagkain for one reason or the other, magtataas po yung presyo ng pagkain dahil tumataas yung demand dahil may trabaho po yung ating mga mamamayan. So, importante po na makasunod ang supply sa dami ng trabaho nang sa ganon stable ang mga presyo ng bilihin. Ito po yung tinatawag at minomonitor natin buwan-buwan na inflation. Nang sa ganon, stable ang bilihin at hindi po masayang yung binigay natin trabaho para sa ating mamamayan. Kaya napaka-importante po ng role ng Department of Agriculture para sumabay sa kabuhayan, ang supply ng pagkain para hindi po mangyari na nabigyan po natin ng trabaho pero kinain naman ang inflation yung kanyang sweldo, sayang naman po, babalik na naman po sa Metro Manila. Kaya ang Region 3 po bilang chair ng inyong Regional Development Council on behalf of all the governors, of all the mayors, partners in the private sector ay magiging handa para po dito sa new normal at sa programa ng ating Pangulo at ni Senator Bongo na Balik Probinsya program. Pero bago po tayo umabot doon, nais ko lang pong sabihin na bago po natin matalo itong kalaban na ito pong pandemic o itong coronavirus, kailangan po muna dumami yung ating testing. At yung sinasabi ko pong testing, hindi po yung PCR testing na marami na pwedeng maging post-passion yung positive or negative na mababa yung accuracy. Yung po yung active test kit. Yung gold standard po talaga ay yung RT-PCR. At ito po yung kailangan natin paramihin para matansya po natin kung gaano karami ang talagang meron na pong COVID. Nang sa ganon, mahiwalay po natin, isolate, magamot, at hindi na po makahawa sa ating mga mamamayan. Pero unless mapabilis po natin yung testing, mahihirapan po tayo matansya yung sitwasyon. Ako po yung natutuwa kay national government ay ginagawa ng paraan para bumilis yung testing. Aside from RITM, yung lung center, nandiyan na rin po. At inaatasan po si Vince Dizon para pabilisin ang testing up to 30,000 tests a day. Bukod po dyan, through Senator Richard Gordon, ay nagsimula na rin po ang Red Cross. So meron sa Manila, magkakaroon yata sa Subic at sa Clark. Dito po sa Pampanga, kahapon lamang nagsimula na po ang RT-PCR testing ng JB Lingad. So, malaking bagay po ito sa mga LGUs around Region 3. At the same time, may mga efforts po natin sa government. Kausap po kanina si Mayor Cruz ng dito ay malapit na rin po magbukas ang kanilang RT-PCR, of course, under the supervision of RITM and DOH. Pero din po sa Bataan, siguro in a week or two, ay magsisimula na po ang RT-PCR lab ng probinsya ng Bataan. Only then, kapag na-test na po natin at nagkaroon na tayo ng something, kung gaano karami ang infected, ma-contact trace din po natin sa kanilang pamilya at kanilang mga nakahalubilo, at sa ganun ay hindi na po kumalat itong virus na ito, doon pa lang po natin masasabi that we are flattening the curve. Kasi hindi po natin masasabi ngayon yan dahil kulang pa nga po ang ating testing. Although bumilis na po ng 8,000 a day, ito po yung report sa balita, pero ang kailangan po natin talaga is around 30,000 a day. At ang prescription po ng WHO is around 10 to 13% of our population.
Eh, meron pa tayong sinod na 60 nasa fridge natin.
10% na lang para mabilis mag-compute. Hindi po ako magaling
Kaya nga
tama.
ito pinamamadali ko itong ating
11 million.
molecular lab ng Bulacan eh.
So, ang
At yung JBL, ito na-raise ko yun kay Dr. Casson eh, noong 1.5 months ago. So yun na, inapruban nila. Kaya yung JBL nag-start nung makalawa. So sabi ko kasi by region maglagay. So yun, tinupad naman nila. Okay naman. So, pinopen ng JBL, Pampanga, nung makalawa, nag-swap na sila. Pero meron sila ngayon doon sa lupa ng Bukawi. Yung lupa ng Bukawi, na pinagbitingin namin ng mga mayors, yun yung JBL extension. Na gusto ng mga mayor, mag-put ng funds doon at maglagay kami doon. Sabi ko sa kanila, sandali lang. Kasi ito ay pag-aari ng region. Ito'y ginawa ng region ng DPWH at hindi naman sa atin yung lupa, which is the region or nasa Bulacan, nasa Bukawi. Pero gusto ng mga mayor pondohan. Pero sabi ko sandali lang. Meron naman sila si JA, di ba? Baka pwede pag-suporta sila sa Bayanihan Project. Kung gusto nila nilagay ng JBL extension, which is the molecular lab din, doon sa Bukawi. Kasi kung maglalabas ang LGUs, well, sabi ko nga teka muna sandali. Bakit hindi ang region na lang mag-ano? Dahil kung nga, provincial government pag nagawa yung atin, gano'n tayo sa dili. Ha? It's a wise decision ngayon na nangyari sa akin eh. Alam mo kung bakit? Kasi yung PRC saktong pumasok sa atin dahil hindi na nga tayo tinatanggap ng sa lang center. Tapos yung RTM nag-close. Kaya ito sa GBL extension dun sa dapat buksan na rin nila ito.
Thank you, sir, for that encouraging message. Let us also listen to the message of our Chief Philippine National Police General Archie Francisco F. Gamboa.
Parang wino-workout ng mga mayor.
Yun nga yun doon sa Bukawi. Yun nga yun yung sa GBL extension na pag-aari ng DOH. Yun.
Co-member in the Interagency Task Force.
Well, sabi ko nga, lalabas ang mga munisipyo, kami maglalabas, hindi naman. Punta namin doon, ang pagbaba para sa amin yun. Pwede naman mag-punta namin, di ba? O humingi sila, di ba?
Governors Daniel Fernando of Bulacan, Governor Albert Garcia of Bataan, and of course our former Chief PNP, the Governor now of Zambales, Governor Herbogenes Sitanisir. We also have representatives from the armed forces led by Police Major Generals Rosario and Torres, and of course the partners of the PNP in this very noble project. Members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Resilience, ingenuity, rapid dispositions are some of the virtues that Filipinos are known for. We always get back on our feet when things go wrong. Despite the storms, volcanic eruptions, and other calamities that our country has gone through, still, we remain strong as we always go back to the heroic fruit of our ancestors, of being tough and courageous. These virtues are again tested with the world health crisis that came in due to COVID-19. When the unseen enemy hit our country, a day in the life of Juan de la Cruz has never been the same. How to contain the virus becomes the vital concern of the national government, sacrificing our economic growth by saving first the lives of its citizenry. Indeed, it was a tough call to our president to put the whole nation under quarantine measures. Given our limited resources, knowing that the poorest of the poor will be immensely affected. Albert Einstein once said, "In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity." Many problems aren't problems at all. They're just challenges whose solutions have yet to be realized. As we face this pandemic, we again inflame the bayanihan spirit that runs in every Filipino blood. New heroes emerge, such as our frontliners in the field of medicines, law enforcement, private individuals, and organizations through their donations and the likes. The whole of nation approach was strengthened wherein all branches of the government took its initiative to contribute with the solutions on how to flatten the curve of COVID cases while waiting for the vaccine to discover. Today, after the successful PNP Bayanihan Fundraiser Challenge, PNP's version of Sariling Alay ng Pulis para sa Mahirap that garnered 228 million pesos on top of other project by the Directorate of Police Relations, a voluntary donation drive called Kapwa Ko Sagot Ko, Adopt a Family Program, and the PNP takes pride on the launching of yet another initiative by Police Regional Office 3, dubbed as KaligKasan Project, that aims for the establishment of community gardens, livestock raising, and aquaculture in the PNP camps, in support to the Urban Agriculture Project of the Department of Agriculture, under the DA's Plant program, and a call for our dear Senator Christopher Lawrence Bongo for Balik Probinsya program, which aims to sustain and secure food for the Filipino families as we are facing the COVID-19 global pandemic. Maasahan niyo po, 10,205,000 miyembro sa lakas ng pambansang kapulisan, kami ay laging handang sumuporta at tumulong sa abot ng aming makakayanan sa anumang proyekto ng ating gobyerno sa iisang layunin, sa pagkakaisa at sama-samang panalangin. Ako ay lubos na naniniwala na malalagpasan natin ang anumang hamon na dumating at darating pa sa sambayanang Pilipinas, sa tulong ng bawat Pilipino at sa awa ng buong may kapal. Muli, magandang umaga, mabuhay ang Team Philippine National Police, mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Thank you, sir, for the reassuring remarks. May we now call in Police Brigadier General Rodrigo to formally introduce our guest of honor and speaker.
Magandang umaga po muli sa inyong lahat. Our honored guest who first served as the Secretary of the Department of Agriculture in 1998, serving for only 11 months. His first stint as Agri Chief may be short but memorable. During his time, despite the harsh of El Nino, the agriculture sector registered an unprecedented growth of 9.8%, which today is unmatched. This was because he strongly implemented the Agriculture and Fisheries Modernization Act, and carried out policies and programs to start the modernization and industrialization of the agriculture and fishery sector. With his extensive knowledge and experience in assuring sustainable, he became the Presidential Advisor on Food Security in 1999. For 5 years terms, he served as the Director General of the International Crops Research Institute for the Semi-Arid Tropics, or RISAT, in India. An Action Man awarded for his multitude contribution in the field of science and agricultural research. Our guest was twice bestowed with presidential recognition, including the Outstanding Filipino or TOEFL Award in 2016 and COIM or 10 Outstanding Young Men of the Philippines. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, bringing hope, winning hearts, Secretary William Manong Willie Dollente Lau.
Maraming salamat, Brigadier General Rodel Sermonia. Thank you for the kind introduction. Sa ating minamahal na Chief PNP, si Police General Archie Francisco Gamboa, na aktibo doon sa IATF meetings. Every, MWF po ang meetings ng IATF. And you can imagine every meeting mga 8 oras. So pag nag-umpisa po kami ng alas 2 ay hanggat alas 10 na ng gabi. That's the kind of responsibility that IATF is giving this country during this COVID-19 pandemic. Sa lahat po na gobernador po ng Region 3 na nandito, ang RDC Chair na si Governor Obet Garcia of Bataan, palakpakan po natin. Ang gobernador ng Bulacan, si Governor Daniel Fernando. Ang ating governor ng Zambales, si Governor June Ebdane. Sa lahat po ng mga LGU chief executives na nandito din, other than the 3 big governors, ang ating Regional Executive Director ng Department of Agriculture, Region 3, si Director Chris Bautista, and the industry leaders who have pledged today to support not only KaligKasan and Balik Probinsya Bagong Pag-asa program of President Rodrigo Duterte and Senator Bong, the other business people who are here today, who have also contributed in terms of bringing enough food supplies to Metro Manila in spite of all of those problems initially during the initial stage of COVID-19 pandemic, where the enhanced community quarantine was implemented nationwide. Nasabi na, marami na pong nasabi tungkol po dito sa pandemic. At talaga namang sobrang-sobra at ang hirap ang isang bansa, mas lalo na hindi natin nakikita po yung ating kalaban. Ito, virus. At marami na rin mga nagsasabi na in order to flatten the curve, dapat natin bigyan ng diin itong tatlong T. Ano yung tatlong T? Test, test, test. and we hope that the country will reach the level of 30,000 a day. The ability to really get through the rapid testing using PCR-based machines. Hindi lang yung rapid testing kit, which is just an indication whether you have the antibodies or not, but hoping that more of the rapid test through the PCR-based machines will be properly set up in the various regions and key cities of the country. So yun po, mayroon tayong laban, mayroon tayong war against COVID-19 pandemic. It's not yet over. We are still seeing the flattening of the curve, so to speak, but much more must be done to really secure the gains that we have achieved so far for the last almost 2 months now. So we'll continue that war and hoping that the guidelines set forth by the IATF and with all the directions given by our beloved President, Mayor Rodrigo Duterte, will be properly implemented. Okay? We don't want a second wave, we don't want a third wave, but seeing to it now that this period of the fight against COVID-19 pandemic will see to it that it does not resurrect itself again. So marami talagang mga pag-iingat, marami po tayong isagawa para sa ganon ay ang mamayang Pilipino ay hindi na maapektuhan pa sa COVID-19 pandemic. So mahalaga yung tatlong T na sinabi ko na, test, test, test. At sa mamamayan, every opportunity na nandyan yung offer ng gobyerno, ng Department of Health, ng private hospitals, ay please do the same. Go and have your own testing. Now, dito po sa importanteng okasyon ngayon, this is the setting up by the PNP Regional Office or Command of KaligKasan, Eco Park, and Food Highway. Kami po sa Department of Agriculture ay talagang gustong-gusto namin na every space, every square meter of land that we have in the country today ay talagang ang pagkain po ay very important to be made available. Sabi nila, pabahay, pangalawa na yung pagkain, pangatlo yung trabaho, pangapat po yung negosyo. Of course, dadagdagan mo pa ng iba't iba pang mga importansya sa ating buhay. Pero itong apat na basic requirements ng isang Pilipino ay mahalaga. And, you know, the President just recently signed Executive Order 114, which is institutionalizing a new but very important strategy to bring back those in Metro Manila areas or other metro areas all over the country back to the respective provinces. And that government in tandem, national government and the local government units will be partnering again, and with the other engagement of the private sector leaders in the effort to make it possible this time around that the Balik Probinsya program will succeed. So marami na kaming diskusyon din. The Council of the Balik Probinsya Bagong Pag-asa program is now in operation. This is chaired by the Executive Secretary, and the Vice Chair is the NEDA Director General. And the Department of Agriculture is one of the members of the Council. And one of the key pillars in terms of really making it possible that the Balik Probinsya program will succeed this time around is one on food security. So ensuring food security is a must. Ensuring food security for those resettlement areas is very important. But as well, nationwide, we have to elevate our game in making it possible that the food sufficiency level in this country must be higher than before. Let me illustrate. Sa pagkain bigas na lang. As an example, tayo at the present level ay nasa 87% lang ang domestic production ng bansa. 87%. And so you have to see to it that the 13% ay mapunuan. And good enough during this pandemic, by the second week of the ECQ implementation, ay nag-submit tayo sa gobyerno ng Rice Resiliency Project with a budget of 8.5 billion pesos. Now, what's the intent of this project? To increase the rice sufficiency level to 94%. Kasi itong 8.5 billion pesos can bring us additionally 7%. So that 87 plus 7 now brings us to the level of 94% rice sufficient dito sa ating bansa. Ay mayroon pupunuan ng imports ng mga pribadong sektor. And let me make this report to all of you. We now have about 800,000 metric tons of imported rice. So huwag tayong mabahala na walang sapat na bigas, mas lalo na dito sa tag-ulan. During the lean months, we have enough supply of rice and all for plant. Hindi lang sa pagtatanim yon, kasama na rin po sa pag-aalaga ng mga livestock, mga poultry, mga isda. So it's just a metaphor but with meaning na plant is a call for food. Now, the economy will come back because of a number of things. Number one, it's because of build. Because of jobs, employment opportunities, income opportunities. Number two, because of plant. Otherwise, kung hindi tayo magtanim, wala tayong aanin. So, every individual, every Filipino citizen is really encouraged to be there, planting or raising mga tupa, mga kambing, native chickens, at tilapia at bangus. So, nandyan po ang kagawaran ng pagsasaka na ang partner po ninyo. We have been partnering with LGUs all this time, hoping to further elevate this partnership, towards increasing that resiliency in food, increasing the food sufficiency level for this country. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you, sir, for the inspiring and motivational message. We shall now take this moment to recognize the generosity of the Department of Agriculture and kind-hearted NGO partners as we formally witness the ceremonial turnover of the livelihood donations of agricultural implements and tools, livestock, seedlings, and other aqua and agricultural inputs. Once again, may we request Secretary William Dollente Police General Archie Francisco Gamboa, and Police Brigadier General Rodel Sermonia for the ceremonial turnover of livelihood donations.
Boss, pag tayo. Terus.